And we're back with some more Rimworld and all of the bullets. Just all of them. We decided to get all of the bullets and put them into like one space. And what that results in is a lot of dead milters. Like the milters are not even breaking up, they're not popping out of each other, but there is such a quantity of bullets going down this direction, it's actually, well, it was killing them all. Until right about now. Oh wait, okay, nope, never mind. We're catching back up again. And, oh, ancient camera, could you just, like, kill that centipede? It's being annoying. It's down to 51 HP. If you could just, like, put a couple more bullets in that, I'm sure it'll stop being a problem. Dear God, that's... Like, they just don't... Okay, that's too many. That is far too many. We need to slow them down somehow. Give me a berserk pulse. Right there, just... Yeah. That'll cause them to attack each other, which causes them to pop out of it. Why are you not popping out of each other? Some of them are not. This is very frustrating. Okay, and now, yeah, they're right back to just staying chucked inside each other again. Never mind. Have they actually managed to... Nope, still have not managed to kill that. I'm pretty sure there's like a bajillion tons of milters blocking the route for that. Hey! Where are you going? Like, no, I know where that guy's going. That guy's going all the way to the middle of the base, and he's going to beat his way through to the prisoner and kill the prisoner. That's pretty much his entire plan. You can tell. It's the look on his face. I've seen it before. Never mind. In that case, if you decided to stop and turn around and shoot... Oh my God! What? I hear it! There's roofs collapsed. Oh, okay. But anyway, this thing is roofed over to start. Thing is, there's no actual wall segments holding it up. What's happening is the wall segments here are disappearing, and when they do, the roof collapses because it can't logically support it. So long as there was no wall segments, it'll just magically float there. But once the wall segments go away, it collapses, which is why we're getting all of those notifications. And some of them have just been destroyed because of, oh my... How? Yeah, so we got another drop. There's a lot of milters here. Alright then. So, give me another berserk pulse. Right there. Okay, I need to somehow block off this area again. You get forward, get forward. Come on. Yeah, no, you're not moving. Fine, just kill whatever's in front of you. I think... Oh no. Oh, for a second there, it hung, and I thought, oh no, we're about to get hit again by a giant raid. But thankfully, no, that was not the case. You can give us another berserk pulse over here. We just need to slow them down a little bit longer. And can you put down a wall? Yes, you can. We need to stop them escaping. Oh, just... If you just had been a few seconds earlier. Come on. Perfect. Let's hope that lasts long enough. We've also got this area here walled in, but only for another 2 hours. So we've got to kill all these guys in the next 2 hours, or they're going to start causing us issues. You can... You know what? Just start killing them. We need them dead. We need them dead now, and we need them dead quickly, preferably. And Sister Vex, you can back off a little bit. Dear God. Ancient Cabinet, are you still... They have been unable to kill this centipede. Not from lack of trying, it's just they can't get enough bullets through. You know what? We could focus fire. It's got a minigun. You know what? You can do it. I know we had you targeting somewhere else for a minute, but if you fire, I'm sure eventually some of the bullets will get through. Yeah, cool. Yeah, like, they're trying to shoot through, but there's literally so many milters, they soak all the bullets. What about Kugarian? Kugarian, you got an awesome minigun. You should be able to shoot through. And Uber Kitten... See the bots. Okay, that's way too many. Brother Vex, get out here. And Uber Kitten, you can shoot some of them too. Yeah, just get down there, attack what you can, and start beating them all to death. Once those are cleared up, we should be fine. Oh my God. Kugarian is trying to shoot this centipede, but the sheer quantity of bodies thrown between him and them is just making it impossible. But we will do another Berserk Pulse right there. That should buy us a little bit of time. Like, I've heard of a wall of bullets, but a wall of bodies to stop the bullets is an impressive achievement. Have we gone down below? No, we're still well over the 200 mark. There's still more than 200 milters left to kill. Okay. Just kill them all as quick as you can. Oh my god, the centipede died. It eventually got killed by enough bullets. What killed it? Don't mention Bat's minigun bullet. Yeah, I got it. Right. Hungarian even got a little bit of it. Alright, over here. Okay, fine. We still got a few left. Okay, I'm gonna need you to kill them a little bit faster, boys. There's just... Oh my god. Oh, we've gone below 200. This has been an incredible killing spree. There was 1,000 enemies there a while ago. We're down to 213. They've somehow wiped out a bit of 800, though we'll have no scrap from this, namely because, well, there's nowhere for it to fall around here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think they're about to pass through here. That's not good. Yeah. 1 second. How are you marching through there? That seems incredibly unfair. Brother Vex. Why can't... Oh my god, there's scrap in the way. Fine. So a few more have made it in, and that means Brother Vex just has a little bit more cleaning up to do. Which is grand. They're more than happy to kill a few more of these milters. Kind of incredible how quickly this went. There's less than an hour left on a bunch of blocks we've got blocking off different areas of the map. We wanted to funnel them all into this section, namely because it just made them easier to deal with. Big, long, straight corridor. They have very short ranges. We assumed they were going to stop and shoot at us, but instead, I decided to be irritating. I think... Yeah, that's the last one right there. Done. I think we finally got to the bottom of the milter plague. These ones here are actually lagging out, or not lagging out. These guys here should have charged straight at us, because all of the other ones were not bunching up. They were passing through each other for some reason, which they shouldn't have been able to do. But these ones can't for some reason. I presume it's because they became the long way around, or they had something they were supposed to be doing. We'll see what will happen in a minute, though. All of these walls are about to collapse. And once these go, they'll have multiple access points into our base. How much time is left in that engine? 9 hours. Okay, so we've only got 9 hours left on the startup of this engine. We got this. Who's got an infection? Pray. Ooh. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, we're going to have to tend you real good. Do we still have... Worst case scenario, we can stick you in a Cryptosleep casket. All we got to do is hold that 9 more hours. Once 9 more hours pass, we're free and clear. All we got to do then is, like, well, kill the mech hive, Cerebrex core mech hive thingy. That's easy peasy. Expendables just doing a little bit of light stargazing. Well, they were. Until the last milter showed up. Yeah, sorry. That was annoying for you, I suppose. But by and large, most of this area is cleared up. There's a few bots left about the place, but barring the odd 52 enemies about the place, and they're not even that scary. A few centipedes. Yeah, they're hanging around the middle. I think we're free and clear. So long as we don't get any more large raids, we should be fine. 8 hours, that's all. It's almost done. 0.4 hours left on the engine. We even got Timbronia to repair it, just to make sure. But assuming nothing happens in the next few seconds, we should be free and clear. And I think we're about ready to go clear out the last of these areas. There's the Cerebrex stabilizer down here and some things defending it, and there would appear to be... who knows? Problem is, turns out the flesh mass wall, despite, you know, taking out everything and just covering the entire map, did not push its way very far in here, whatever stopped it. So, oh, probably that. What was that? Yeah, the mech pylon probably stopped it there, and then it couldn't break through here for some reason. You know what? Doesn't make a difference. We'll send out a team, and we'll go take care of that right now. There we go. Reactor ready. Ah, finally. Okay. We're going to knock out this Cerebrix core, and then we have a lot of recycling to do. I want to take all the steel on this map and then use it to build like a massive base somewhere. Not here. This map is completely destroyed. And also, I want to take advantage of some of the things other maps have to offer, but we're going to take all of our building materials from this location, which means this ship's about to become a massive storage location. We're going to have to just chuck on a whole bunch of storage stuff. Nope, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Actually, blood bag. Gonna need a few of those. And there's 4 here? They're not even bleeding out. Oh, that one's bleeding out in 22 hours. 2 hours, 22 hours, 9 conditions need tending. 17 hours. Right, well, that's 4 prisoners. Oh, that reminds me, we have to recruit this one. It's just, well, okay, we'll convert them, then we'll recruit them. Reason being is, I just like the way they didn't die. They've been incredibly lucky not to die. Plus, yeah, we could probably pair them off with Brother Vex. I mean, they're the only one who's not engaged. We are running out of time in a way. What's going on here is Sister Vex has to go down for a death rest soon enough. And we would like to knock out the Cerebrix core before that happens. However, a complication has arisen. I thought once the engine was activated, well, you know, things would be over. But no, we've got a bunch of enemies have shown up. In fact, how many? There's 422. Yes, good times. So, we're going to go back to an old strategy, a doom drop. We have Brother and Sister Vex here, and the two of them are about to have some funsies. Sister Vex, if you wouldn't mind giving yourself a little bit of an invisible... Ooh. Why is your sight focus so low? You know what? Doesn't matter. We'll get you your sight focus back up later. They're both invisible. Then we load the pods. Sister Vex, Brother Vex. You'll notice Brother Vex has a Doomsday rocket launcher. Yes. Time for a Doom... Did you just teleport in? Yes, they did. Excellent. Well, they're inside the drop pod. They're both invisible, and we're going to transport them instantly over here. Close, but not too close. I think it's fine. Right there. Now, this will take a minute for them to show up. Hey, here they come. Here they come. Oh, come on. Why would you land there? That's... Come on, get it. Both of you need to come this direction immediately. Go. Okay, good. Now, how are we looking on the invisible front? 3 seconds! That's not a lot of time left. You need to... like, the moment that invisibility wears off, they will get riddled. Once the enemies start targeting them, they won't stop, you see. That's the thing. Now, I think there's a good location to target. Alright, let's make sure... Oh, I should have put in the ground targeting mod. Don't go around the corner. Don't go around the corner. Oh, come on. And... Stop. Alright, skip. You need to go over this direction. Sister Vex can tank it. The reason Sister Vex can tank it is they have a low shield. Brother Vex had to leave their low shield behind, or their, not low shield, their shield belt. Brother Vex, to use a Doomsday, had to leave their shield belt behind, which means they can get hurt by this. And this reminds me of an expression someone said. What's the point of firing a Doomsday if it doesn't cause your computer to lag out? Yeah, I think it definitely caused some... Oh. Yeah. I think we got some of them. Oh, we're getting a bit of a corpse blossom. Oh, what was that secondary explosion? Oh, that was someone activating a fire foam popper. Right, so 82 human corpses. Not great. Not bad, not great. I was hoping for more. That's okay. Sister Vex, you're going to hang around here a little bit longer. Damn it, there's still too many of them left. 333. Oh, well. Sister Vex, though, is going to pick out a few for interrogation. First up, we have Pale. Pale here has a low shield, and Pale here is about to be skipped. And, ooh, they dodged. Nimble. Freaking Nimble. Come on, hit him again. There you go. Excellent. That's one low shield acquired. Brother Vex, we're going to want you to run. Like, just leg it. Sister Vex, they can keep shielding themselves. What do you what? You got 7 seconds on that invisibility. You know what? That's invisible again. There's no need not to. They have plenty of neural heat. They have plenty of psi focus. And every time we knock out one of these shield carriers... Oh. Did you come out a bit? I don't think we can skip you while you're in there. Yeah, no, there's... We should probably relocate. Excellent. Now you come here as well. All we're going to do is make sure there's no low shields for the upcoming fight. And so long as they don't have any low shields, they'll be much easier to destroy. Okay, so we've got both of those down and one over here down. So that's all 3 low shields that were left. I don't know if they had any more than that. Wait, yeah, no, that one is Marjot. They're bleeding out in 9 hours, and yeah, no, we don't have to worry about them. But basically, any low shields we saw in here, we tagged them, and then we went through and destroyed them. This means that if they come to attack us, or when they come to attack us, they will probably have to get in range of our guns. Makes it much easier for us to kill them. And without low shields to complicate things, you know what, let's have a quick look at the traits. Maybe they've got some nice traits on some of these guys. Like, trigger happy and tough is what you realistically want. That makes a great shooting specialist. Then very neurotic with industrious. Body modder. Actually, body modder's not really popular with me anymore. I used to like body modder because it was a good way to get a handy way to get bonuses to people's mood, but not anymore. There's better ways. Psychically hypersensitive with tough would always be preferred. Industrious and very neurotic. Tough, nothing there. And then yeah. So some of the better traits are hard to get in combo, it seems. All right, Sister Vex, what are you at? You have 4 seconds left on that invisibility. We're going to invisibilize you one more time. Come on. Ooh, that's tight. Never mind, 15 seconds. Perfect, plenty of time. And then what we'll do is we'll just skip him a couple of times and walk him home. Actually, I mean, be rude not to. Yeah, that's... Oh, there was a bunch of immunes in there as well. 1 second, we're going to skip over here. And before we go... we have so much neural heat, it's kind of terrifying. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people there. Yeah, that's plenty. And then we'll just top up our psi focus before we go. What, we're at 82.9? Hey, Cave. Get in my belly. Actually, wait, how about this guy? Whichever. It doesn't matter, as long as we kill someone. Seriously? Seriously? Just kill someone. Ah, there we go. Psi focus completely restored. And now it's time to get out of here. We'll just jump. We've got plenty of blood back home. And they have definitely made a mess of themselves. How are we visible? Oh, I think what happened was we got hit by some of the fire foam. Probably not great. You go this way, please. And where's Brother Vex? Brother Vex is actually home. Bruise from a charge blaster. Yeah, you know, they're still a little bit injured from the last mission, but, well, not this mission. The previous mission before that. All right. We're going to let these come at us, but it will be a while. We don't have to worry about them. They're going to be busy fighting here for a bit, and the remainder that get there should be heavily injured. Hopefully. Thankfully, they've been all split up by attacking the bots there and passing through here, and it's just, they're all sort of nice and well spread out. Also, kill-wise, how much did we get in here? 167, maybe a little bit more. Like, it says 188, but let's just subtract 20 from, well, ones that just died on the outside due to other fights earlier on. And there's 28 of them that are still mobile or injured? How are you still getting back up? Alright. But you know what? Don't care. They're coming along this direction, and our teams are slowly filtering in. And you're coming in a nice long line. Kugarian's going to want a word with you about that. Yep, there you go. Wow, you actually ate an entire burst. Didn't eat two, though. Ooh, 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 ooh. Can't be having them shooting like that. Even if their accuracy is horrendous. Excellent. Alright, we're just going to bring everyone over here. We're going to bunch up. We might pop a low shield. Actually, no, Quoll can pop a low shield if things get truly hairy. Sister Vex is currently meditating. Probably just bring them over here. But Sister Vex is doing... Well, their neural heat's quite high. So instead what we're going to do is get Brother Vex here and top them up. Basically, anything that makes it to them, they can eat for Psi Focus. Thing is, I'm not sure they're going to get a chance. Most of the enemies appear to like stroll up and then just die. It'd be long before they... Ah, there we go. There's a nice big bunched up ball of them. Some of them might actually make it to the front line to get cut down. Alright, let's skip this forward. Looking at this field of bodies, we've actually got a few genies through here. Like, we lost all of our prisoner stockpile, and our prisoner stockpile was basically just there to provide blood bags. So we need to replace them. There's no giant rush or anything, but if we've got genies on hand, then they have that genetic that makes them dead calm, which means they will never prison break. We've already had some fighting in here, and while we haven't had a prison break, let's see, prison break interval, never. Wait, what? Oh, they can't prison break because we're in space. Well, that's okay. We're going to release the lot of them. We've set it to release the non-genies, and we've got a genie here. We've got two more genies over here we can capture, and then looking through here, sorting by gene type, we've actually got about another 3 genies that are lying out about the map that, you know, could bring us up to speed. There's, say, 4 or 5 genies in prison to act as blood bags. Should be perfect. Okay. So it turns out you can't release prisoners in space. Who knew? Yeah, it turns out that's probably... might be a minor bit of a crime if you release them onto a space platform where they have no chance of surviving. Well, we can fix stuff like that later. Alright, for now, though, we're almost ready to finish off the filthy mechs. What are you up to? We got 2 hours of regeneration coma, 4... Excellent. I need the ghouls for a dangerous little mission we're going to be doing here. Ooh, actually, and quests as well. There's a couple of quests here we might actually... Why can't we accept that? Cannot accept in space. That's going to be a problem. Actually, wait. I have an idea. We'll wait a little bit closer to the time, but I think we can do this. And Hunter is finally up and running. Remind me never, ever to put death rest on ghouls again. This is the worst. It's just easier to make a resurrection serum. You, come down here. This is the furthest away... whatchamacallit? Cerebrex Stabilizer? Yep, and you might as well get a boost while you're going there. Okay, where's the next one? You should be coming online in 26 seconds, and then we've got another one coming online an hour after that. Yeah, we have a little bit of a plan here. This mech core has been chasing us since the very start of the game. Actually, okay. That's a little bit of exaggeration. It's been trying to chase us since the very start of the game, but we've been moving tiles so rapidly it hasn't actually... I think it's attacked us like 2-3 times in total, but that's the longest we've stayed on tiles for. In fact, even though we've stayed on this tile for ages, it still hasn't come after us, despite covering it. You know what? It takes a while before it gets irritable, and we have been moving quite quickly, and where the... wandering. Okay. In that case, we would like you to wander over... Actually, we'll get you to go here, then here. And go Frenzy. So that's 2 of the Cerebrex Stabilizers. I think you can see where this is going. Okay. We are just about ready to terminate this annoying Cerebrex core. We just have to attack these Stabilizers. Now, when it comes to Stabilizers, you attack them. Once you kill them, though, there'll be a response, as in they'll try and attack us back. So what we want to do is knock out all 3 Stabilizers simultaneously. Then the attacks will come in, but if we destroy the Cerebrex core fast enough, that'll disable all of the bots. However, Before we do that, are you almost finished with that? No. You can do that later. For now, I want you to get in the shuttle. It should have. Yep, it's got a bunch of fuel in it. We have a plan for you. We want you to. Why can't you launch? Roofing issue. Get in the shuttle. Perfect. Okay, turn off the roof again. Launch. No, we don't want that there. View planet, please. They're friendly, I'm pretty sure. Let's just land, say, over here is fine. Go for it. Then what we're going to do is we are going to settle this tile. Actually, first we're going to refuel. Then we're going to settle this tile. Nope, don't worry. I think this should work. In theory, if it doesn't, we'll just fly back. But I think this should kind of work. Okay, we got a tile. We would like you to actually load this shuttle up. Perfect. Now, since the bots are all about to get a lobotomy, it might be an idea to accept some bot-based quests. So, guarding of potatoes. Since it sounds so close to potatoes, we just sort of have to accept this one anyway. That's 5,565 plasteel. That's a ridiculous amount of plasteel. We could also get 12 on or something. Don't care. All we basically do is imprison some guy called Brigatra Hyena. Why is this called potatoes? You know what? Doesn't make a difference. What I do know is a mech cluster of triple times the size will deploy nearby. But who cares if the mechs suddenly go offline afterwards? So we'll accept that quest. And it can actually be accepted here? Nice. And then there's Ikiro in danger. Basically a friend, they annoyed some mechs, blah, blah, blah. 27 Luciferium, but more importantly, a vanometric power cell. Also, we could get Sven. Sven here is a greedy brawler with... No, I'm sorry, Sven, but a Silent Neuroformer, 27 Luciferium, a vanometric... I would sell you for the vanometric power cell, or the Silent Neuroformer. Luciferium and uranium? Actually, maybe not the uranium. Where's Hyena? We would put him in the shut... Why are we back on the space station? We couldn't accept the quests up here because they were in space. So why is that guy... Oh, God. That mean the other one's going to arrive up here as well? No. Ichiro is arriving down here. That's good. The other guy... Oh, God. Sister Vex. Actually, no, Brother Vex. Brother Vex, you've got Skip and all the other good stuff as well. Where are they? Oh, I don't think they're going to be space ready. You need to skip. Like, you need to skip a lot and super duper fast. Where are they? Yep. That does not look like a vac suit. Yet they already... that's a prisoner. Oh, okay, wait. I'm pretty sure we've tested this before, and once you pick someone up, they no longer take vacuum damage. Once you actually grab them. Is this Hyena? No. This one? Hyena. Yes. Okay, so we have to keep Hyena a prisoner. Okay, capture Hyena. Yeah, that's fine. Ichiro, get in shuttle, please, buddy. I don't know if this will mess up the mission, though. I'm kind of worried that if we leave this tile, this mission will fail because, yeah, the two mech cluster... You know what? Let's go. This can launch in 0.7 hours. That's time we can do stuff in. 45% on that, 83% health on that, and this one has 61% health. I would like you to melee this down until it's down to about 61% health. Nope, that's 62% health. How are you looking? You're 61. Perfect. Now, what I would like you both to do is start smashing on that until you get down to about 45% health. You want all of them to go at the same time. Come up. That's 45. Okay. How are you looking? 42. Excellent. We'll give you a ghoul frenzy. Make sure you're still attacking. Ghoul frenzy will increase their attack rate. More importantly, should make sure if all of them are attacking fast, then all of them should hit at the same time. Where is Brother Vex? Brother Vex is taking the Where did you come from? We don't have time for this. Brother Vex can come back and deal with it later. Oh, God. It's fine. It's fine. What we've done is we've kept everyone here. Reason being is I expect this to go horrifically wrong, and we might have to hold out here until Sister Vex can disable the brain. And if that happens, we want to make sure we have everyone there to take care of it. Okay. Okay. What's that chugging? Defense response. That seems like a thing. Nope, it's not that one. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Can anyone see a sort of a shadow? Sort of like something's blotting out the sun? Our drop pods will blot out the sun. In that case, Hunters is going to be fighting in the shade. Like, we could run this direction, but I'm pretty sure we'll die. So we need to find somewhere to hold up, and it's not in there. Maybe down here. Actually, no, I saw bots coming in and out of there. I probably should clear that there. Hold the doorway. You're gonna hold the doorway and maybe... Oh, God. That's Milter's. Oh, look, another defense response. Is that because... Nope, wasn't you. Damn it. Why is it always I pick the wrong ones? Okay, so where is that one coming down? Oh! Also on Hunter. Hunter? Run! Oh, it's a chaos drop as well. There's so many milters coming down, they're going to drop... Not the prisoners! Not again! Okay, Brother Vex, your job will be to defend the prison. For like about... God knows how long. Hey, have you finished that thing? One more hit, one more hit. How can you miss? It's literally a building. Come on, hit it. Hit it. Okay, there's another one. In that case... Oh. That seems like some drop pods. Yep. Okay, inspecting core, 15 seconds. That seems like a long time. It's okay. We brought a low shield somewhere. Actually, we can use a skip shield if it's absolutely essential. Skip shield will protect us in both directions. You can just go here and expendable. Whoa. You can just see all the drop pods flying by. Oh my God. That's a lot of drop pods. I really hope that this disables them. I mean, like, that's what I heard. There's two options for this. Either... let's hope it disables them. Now, did anything land in here? No, so far the prison is fine. God. We just gotta hold out for 15 seconds. Time, move to slow. Hunvex, what's your plan? Your plan should be to hide in a corner. You know, hide here. I think hiding is probably the best bet in a lot of instances here. The only way in is through there, so hang out at that doorway. I would like all of you to kill everything and anything that pops out of every pod. Ancient Gaminer. Actually, it doesn't make a difference. Bulgarian. Hit it. Kill every single thing. You gotta protect Sister Vex. Oh, well, once the frames increase... Yeah, we seem to be kind of low on frames here. Oh, dear Jeebus. Hunter, maybe hide around the corner. This is not looking good. Like, I would like to say happy things, but I'm not sure you're going to survive this. Yeah, there's a good chance you're just going to die. Passenger shuttle is ready to launch again. You know, I'm not sure bringing you back is the smart play, but... Might as well. Return home. I'm not seeing any mechanoids deployed here due to the quests. So hopefully the mechanoids get deployed up here instead. You pop that shield. There you go. Perfect. Can't have those... Why is there lancers randomly spawning? Normally it's only milters. Oh, that map is looking like... Wow. It's so pretty in a sort of a terrifying way. That is a lot of bots. Oh my sweet Jeebus. Guest lost. What? Why was the guest lost? Oh, we maybe flew them to another planet. Yeah, that might have been a thing. No, Hyena's still here. Calorus, no reachable, unreserved, enclosed prisoner spaces. Oh. Filthy bots. They're everywhere. Give me a zone. How's the roof looking? God damn it! I just repaired that not too long ago. Oh, and there's another one in here. Okay, so, and there's another one over. Fine then. Let's take care of these problems one at a time. Brother Vex, now's your time to shine. Kill them. Kill them all. Anything that made it inside dies. Wait. Why is there... Yeah, kill that one too. Anywhere where there's a gap in the roof, we know something landed. Why is there a hole here? Yep, there we go. Perfect. Okay, you take care of all of that, then you can put the prisoner... Whoa! Damn it, we can't interrupt Sister Vex here to take care of this laser guy. So, Ancient Gammoner, could you snap me off a quick shot right there? If Sister Vex gets set on fire... Oh, God. No, not that one. Shoot that one. If that one hits Sister Vex and sets them on fire, we're going to be in so much trouble. Why did I say that? Why? Why did I jinx myself? I hate Tesserons, whatever. They're just, You know what? Shall focus fire. Shall make sure that these filthy automaton scum die. Sister Vex, don't run outside the shield. Alright, there you go. Perfect. Now, I'm gonna need you to get back in there immediately. Uber Kitten, what are you doing? Beating out fire? No! Everyone, back inside. How? How are they still alive? We had plans, I tell you. Plans that resulted in their death. Oh God, there's more of them. Mr. Vex, why are you still on fire? I'm gonna need you to stop being on fire. Like, you're in the vacuum of space. This is all gone Pete Tong. This is just not... No. Stop being on fire. Stop being on fire. Stop being on fire. Stop being on fire. Can you just skip yourself to, like, here? Come on, come on, come on. Go quick, 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 quick. Just jump! There's more coming. Sister Vex, would you please skip? This is not good. Oh God. Sister Vex, for the love of Jeebus! Gonna need you to skip. Now, quick, 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 quick. Okay. Inspect the core. There's two. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. You know what? Give me a wall raise. Right frickin' there. Right now. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's one. Give me another wall raise down here. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a wall raise. Cool. That forces them around. We just need to buy 15 seconds. You three. Kill that guy. Needs to die. You three. Where is... I just need anything with a beam. You needs to die. Wait, nope. You. And then that one there. Right there. Ah! Why is there so many of them? This is not going well. Well, what happens if we use... Actually, does the skip shield stop beams? You know what? Fine. We are going to use skip shield. Like, the thing is, if skip shield actually keeps us safe, it's worth it. I think. Is it? It's stopping our bullets getting out. And it's not stopping the beams getting in. In that case, pop the fire foam. Yep. This was a horrible mistake. Horrible mistakes were made. Oh god, and I forgot there was extra roots through here. The flesh mass heart took those out. Yeah, we're just gonna have to sit here and tank the damage until Sister Vex takes care of this. How are we looking back here? Brother Vex seems to be doing work. Hyena is dying. Oh. Right. Yep, that's an actual problem. Where's Timberbronia? Did you come back and just take a nap? That's, I suppose, a thing you can do. No, what I'm going to get you to do is carry Hyena. Where is the best place to... You're just going to have to hold them for a while until we take care of this problem. Then we'll fix the roof. Then once the roof is fixed, then you can put them down. Assuming no one dies in the meantime. Please, 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 no one die. Yes, and what we have learned is skip shields do not protect you from laser beams. Please don't die. Come on, it's so close. Just a little bit more. Scald is no longer capable of walking. Okay, I'm sorry, Scald. I really am. Okay. Sister Vex stands before the Cerebrex core, blah, blah, blah. When its stabilizer is destroyed, Sister Vex OG can access it directly, but what should he do with that power? Destroy or scavenge? Destroy! Okay. Why is there still shooting going on? Stop the shooting! The bots need to stop. Oh god. I shouldn't use the skip shield. At least without the skip shield, they could have shot back. That's not good. That sounds like someone went dead. No one else is allowed to die. Stop shooting! Sister Vex OG begins to tear apart the hair-thin cerebral mesh inside the Cerebrex core. The mesh twists and groans as if alive. Electricity arcs among the latticework frame. Then in an instant, all goes dark and lifeless. The mechanoid whirring stops. Here and all across the planet, mechanoids begin to permanently deactivate, no longer in the control of the mech hive. The mechanoid threat is over, but your story continues. Okay, so they're all off. All the mechs should stop. Why can I still see... Okay. Have to start it again. Where was... Regeneration, coma, Kugarian. Okay, so Kugarian got downed. Stop shooting. You're all dead. Oh. Okay, so Scald is down. Okay. Relations have changed with everyone. Everyone is much happier with us because we destroyed them. Scald is down. Where's Kugarian? Kugarian's in a regeneration coma for the next 7 days. You know what? That's fine. We just need to stop them from bleeding out. Everyone's got mauled. Timbronia, why are you... Nope, Timbronia's fine. Quest-wise, historical. Did we fail anything? Guarding of potatoes. Well, that is very important. We're definitely guarding them. What happened to that guy who came on the ship with us? And why did the ship land there instead of over there? Oh, I just realized the guy we brought over with us, yeah, he wasn't vacuum prepared. Ichiro. Right. So, damn it, this was the vanometric power cell one. No, Timbroni can't put them down. Wait, we need to fix the roof. Bit of a problem, though. Timbronia is the one who's got the construction skill. Brother Vex does not have it. Damn it, there's so much stuff that needs doing. But, alright, here's what we can do. We can bring everyone home here. We're going to have to start applying some healing hands to make sure no one bleeds out. Yeah, so Cougarin's going to bleed out in 6 hours. 15 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. Oof. 5 hours. Scald is... Okay, yeah, but we got this. Someone... Yeah, coagulate. Coagulate takes 20 hemogen. We can pump out about 3 of them per person. And just as long as everyone can make it back to base, we should be good. Ancient Gaminer and Christus Axe have coagulate, so they've managed to heal everyone up. Well, not heal them up, but so much as stop everyone from bleeding out. So now everyone's good to get back to, well, scrapping up the map. There's a... Why are they still red? Oh, they're deactivated, but they're still... Second? Back on this map. How are we looking? Yeah, they're deactivated, but how's this? Can we uninstall that? No, we'll probably have to kill everything here. But that means there's a couple of unstable power cells out here that we can go grab. We will have to kill the bots first, but that should be pretty handy. Oh, and the EMI Dynamo as well. That's back on the man cave map. Alright, let's get everyone home. What I want to do is I want to take this map and scrap it up. Everything. Even this. We want to take every single piece of slag, every single piece of metal, every bot. Even all of these, like, mechanoid processors, we're going to smash them up, turn them into slag, melt them down, and then we're going to load it all up onto the ship. And then we're going to build ourselves a proper space station somewhere. Not on one of these. This thing is nice and big and all that. It's a great map. Problem is, it doesn't come with a bunch of free power. Other ones do. As for this quest-related pawn... carry... Excellent. And how are they looking? They're okay. They're fine. Timbronia, we are going to need you to repair a few things here. Namely the roof. Roof's been smashed in a bunch of places. We're going to need you to... Actually, wait, no. We're going to need you to rebuild the entire roof area. All of it. Oh, and one thing. We don't want to mess up our calculations. We want to know exactly how much we got out of all of this. So to prevent us from messing up our calculations, we're going to turn off the raids for now. We're just going to turn them down super low. So I don't want to hide any of this. I'm basically taking the storyteller settings and I'm turning them all the way down. Give me custom. There we go. 0% threat scale. That means we shouldn't have any worries about big raids showing up. That should allow us to relax and scrap up this wonderful bounty in peace without any other things showing up to mess up our calculations of what we earned. Well, this is going to take a while. We have to actually manually kill all of these milters that are left over. I think I might have to install search and destroy or something like that because no one automatically targets them. They're all lying on the ground. And if we want to scrap them up, we have to kill them first. Over here, how's it going? Yeah, they're still... It's going to take forever. It's going to take... Well, okay, not forever. It's going to take a while to scrap all of this up. And we should have a lot of steel at the end of this. Actually, how's our quest going? Yeah, we're supposed to get 3 mech clusters deploying for this. I have no idea how that's going to work out. Like, is it going to deploy 3 mech clusters and they'll be dormant, or will the quest just fail? You know what? We'll find out soon enough. Okay. I installed search and destroy, and I set these guys to activate search and destroy for a melee pawn. And they started running down here, and I'm like, why are they running over this direction? Until I saw these guys came out of this room. I think what happened was these guys somehow drop-podded into that room, got trapped in there. Food poisoning initial. How do you even get food? Like, yeah, exhausted, ravenously hungry. 8 human meat. Oh my god. Witnessed allied death. Observed corpse. Bunch of friends that they're not happy. How'd this one do? Oh, so they were trapped in that room, and things went away. Things happened. Things happened while they were in that room that people do not want to talk about. Yes, and hopefully, like, my sincere hope is that once they've finished killing these guys, tell you what, kill those ones. They'll go around and they'll start killing all the bots. There's a lot of enemies on the map right now that we're not automatically killing. Let's check. 1,500. Oh my, that's 1,500 enemies. That would explain why the game is moving in an absolute crawl. This is maximum speed. Maximum speed right now. That's it. They're moving at 6.28, and that's what it looks like. Oh, there we go. Maximum on triple speed, and okay, now we've gone into combat mode. The difference between combat mode and max speed seems to be the same. Oh well, if this doesn't work, we'll have to find some other mod for killing these or something, because this is really frustrating. I don't want to have to go around and manually click on these. It gets even worse than that. If we say click on this, they don't finish it off. They'll hit it once. Oh, depends actually. Sometimes they'll hit it once and then stop, or if you select two of them and click on one, they'll click on a bot and like shift click. They'll only hit it once and then move on. It just makes it really hard to do anything. And another one bites the dust. Where are you going? Okay. Who's left alive in here? Also, this is a door you're supposed to hack, but since something fell in the doorway, it jammed it open. I'm wondering if that's a method you could use to, like, crack open doors, like secure doors. Just drop stuff until eventually it falls in the doorway. Save and reload the game, and the door will open. New recruit, pray. Oh, exit. Where are you going? Is that person sleeping or something? So, I'm trying to find the one they ate. Like, one of these got eaten, right? We have installed the mod Death Sentence. This seems to, well, tell them that, yes, kill these things. Where are you? There's 108 milters there. That's too many milters. You know what? Let's start somewhere small. Over here. You got 127 milters just in that little square. Finish them off, ladies and gentlemen. Just get rid of them. You can all get back to doing whatever you were doing. Now, the question is, will people come out and actually finish them off in a reasonable time frame? Oh, if you're wondering why I'm looking for a mod to take care of this, it's because there's too many. There's like 1,500 enemies downed on the map. Yeah, turns out when we tried to take out the core, it dropped a lot of bots. Like a lot. Okay, that's... Okay, well, we're... Cleaning blood? No. Prioritize finishing off the milters if you wouldn't mind. There's like a whole bunch of them there. But why are you going off to clean? Oh my god, this is taking forever. There's like 160 or so milters in here. 194 milters still queued up to be killed. How many enemies do we got left? 1,267. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat kill them all because this is gonna take too long. The game is just crawling. This is maximum speed. Like, there they go. Chug, 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 chug. It's just Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm using dev mode. There we go. Dev kill. Okay, we're gonna dev kill all the milters because there's just too many of them. Did I hit that button or is it just... Oh, yeah, no, I definitely hit the button. Alright, give me a minute while I get rid of all of the bots on the map. It's just, they're all just lying there waiting to get executed. It's just a matter of time investment. And I would prefer if it was over sooner rather than later. Oh my god, there's just so many. Also, it's going to mess with the kill counters for everyone. Kenneth's kills have probably gone through the roof after this. Yeah, Kenneth's kills have gone up a fair chunk. God, Kugarian, you monster. Never mind. Just give me one more minute. Okay, that's all of them but 5. The 5 that are left are Diabluses. I'm going to leave those for now so that we can make sure we can harvest the chips later. For now, though, we've got to do a little bit of cleanup. There's something I want to try. Oh, wait, no. Turning off God mode. Only thing we used that for was to kill all of those disabled bots. They're never getting back up again, so I figure that's the safest, not the safest way, just so that we can move faster. And now, oh, that's so much better. Look at the speed they're moving at. Yes, that's exactly what we were hoping for. So, one thing I wanted to test was, well, toxic waste. How does it spread through the vacuum of space? Can it? Because it turns out, when it comes to mountains, it can't spread under mountains because they're considered natural tiles. And I have a sneaking suspicion that toxic waste packs consider vacuum of space natural tiles. Have we got... 1 second, we have toxic display on? Yes, we do. So, if we're right, this will turn red, but nothing else will. Done. Oh, and we accidentally set those tough spikes on fire. That is something we will have to deal with. That's fine. That means so long as we just build up a heavy bridge, say right here, we can then set this storage to critical, build a bridge, cover this whole thing in toxic waste packs, and then once it's covered in toxic waste... Whoop. You can just slide that down again. We'll call you later. Once it's covered in toxic waste packs, break the bridge off, destroy all the toxic waste packs, replace, and keep doing until the... How much toxic waste packs we got left? We got 253. We got a lot of toxic waste packs. This is a quick way to dispose of all of them. This feels entirely too efficient for waste disposal. Do you imagine if you got one of those quests that was like, hey, get rid of all of this toxic waste for us? And you'd be like, yeah, no problems. Consider it done. All it costs you really is building a heavy bridge, which is 14 steel, and you only get about half of it back. Maybe less. I can't even remember how much you get back when you do deconstruct things. I think it's about half. So, yeah, this seems very efficient. Also, you could just leave it out here and let it decay slowly over time, though. That would... I think it's just faster to throw stuff at it. If we don't have a dab, let's just chuck some grenades. You could make this a lot smaller as well. We're just making it this size because, well, we have a decent amount of toxic waste we want to get rid of in a reasonable time frame. And at the same time, Sister Vex is dead for a dirt nap. And because of all of the power destruction we lost during the raids, it was draining the batteries. So we stuck down 4 toxified generators just to make sure everything works out. Our power was running a scooch low. So this is just a raid from the Choke Gang. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... but we've turned down the difficulty and all that stuff just to make sure that it doesn't interfere with... how much we get out of this? What are we up to? 8,000 steel. Some of our steel will get burned away on these monuments. We're still going to use Skull to keep converting them. Eventually this place will be floored in gold. Ah, the mechanoid cluster from that quest we accepted. What do you got? Oh, that's a lot of... Yep, jump to location. Yep, this is the tile that we actually accepted the mission on. And you guys will all be completely dead. You're incapacitated. Any power cells? Not that I can see. You know, doesn't make a difference. Oh, they got a climate adjuster. The thing is, if you deactivate these after they've got their climate adjusters and stuff up, could you then just wall them in and use them? Also, do they have any shields that you could build? Nope, it's fine. On the tail end of this, we're just doing a little bit of maintenance before we go. One other thing we're going to do to make the cleanup a lot easier is build a bunch of lifters. So we're going to have Timbronia get a little mech gestator up and running and gestate a bunch of lifters. Fortunately, she only has about 4 or 5 bandwidth left. So we're going to need to make some bandwidth. While we could make more, I think we're going to cut down on the amount of bandwidth required. Diablos 6 here has 40 kills, which is the least of all the Diabloses. So, yeah, this is what it is. Sorry, buddy. Wow, you took 2 hits and you're still going. That's actually kind of impressive. What a pity. Oh well, we're not even going to scrap up the body. Problem has been removed completely and cleanly. And now we'll also get rid of the clothing. There is one spot there, and if a pawn tries to come along and drop some clothing there, I'm going to be very disappointed in their self-preservation instincts. This is by far the most efficient incinerator ever created. Finally, Kugarian is coming out of their coma. We needed to wait for them before we could finish the episode. We couldn't leave it the way it was. First off, though, they have to go get their weapon and change their gear so they're all right and proper. So, time for our post-mortem of what happened. This over here, this ending, yeah, this was a flustercluck. It was just, what we should have done was just sent one pawn. Sister Vex. We could have just got them to go, hey, make yourself invisible. And boom, you're now invisible for 15 seconds, which is precisely how long it takes to deactivate the Cerebrix core. Well, actually, not quite. They would have deactivated and then they've been invisible for a while. But, like, the bots wouldn't have chased them because they couldn't see them. Well, maybe they would. You know what? it's fine. But I think turning invisible probably would have been the smarter play. All the bots would have chosen somewhere else to go, and we could have kept everyone else safe instead of sitting there and tanking the world's largest laser show right in the face. Okay, then. Unfortunately, Kugarian basically got killed. They had to death rest it out, which meant we had to spend 7 days doing a little bit of cleanup. And the ship is looking immaculate again. We managed to clean up all the scraps. We've still got some shield belts that need scrapping. And we're slowly getting back on top of all of those low shields. There was a lot of low shields lying around the place for some reason, but, you know, we're taking care of it. But the most important bit is, what weapons did the best? And there was a little bit of surprises going on here. If we look at the kills, Kugarian's miles ahead. 2,660 kills, 576 of them being human-like, putting them in contention for MVP. Just, oh my god, most valuable pawn just for the sheer quantity of kills. However, coming in at number 2 is Sister Vex, with a melee weapon, of all things, with 1,289 kills. And you gotta remember, they did so much clutch stuff. Like, they clutched a lot of moments. They went out and they cleared whole areas by themselves. They cleared out both the flesh hearts, single-hammeredly. They just went out there, plowed their way through to them, deactivated both of them, and then still came home with plenty of time to kill more stuff. Just legendarily good at everything they did. But Ancient Gaminer here is a bit of a dark horse. Actually, let's not say a dark horse. This is a legendary Zeus hammer, a legendary minigun, and a legendary sniper rifle. Because if you go into our religion, all 3 of them are relics of the religion. So yes, the 3 relic weapon wielding pawns did the most damage. However, Ancient Gaminers have only been a colonist for 4 years. And somehow in those 4 years, they've killed 1,000 enemies. 1,000. Pawns that have been here for 12, 13, 11, like all of these other pawns have been here longer and still have not managed to kill as many as Ancient Gaminer has in the last 4 years. Now, there are some contributing factors to such an insane overkill streak, and that might be, well, the last 15 days have been rather intense. Before this, there was not nearly as target-rich an environment, so pawns didn't have as much a chance to score as highly. However, pretty much everyone here had their chance to score while they were here. They all could have shot down lots of enemies. But I'm thinking, okay, there's a broader pattern, I think, going on here with how the weapons turned out. For example, another dark horse here was Uberkitten. Despite only being around for 8.2 years, they scored very similar to people who've been 12, 11, 13 years. They were within 100 kills, give or take, despite the much shorter around time. However, if we look at their unique weapon that they have, rapid fire, extended barrel, but charge capacitor. I'm thinking extended barrel and increased damage seems to be the biggest contributors to increased kill capacity. What happens is if you get an extended barrel, you're the pawn shooting first, or, well, along with other people with extended barrel or long-range weaponry, and as well as that, you're shooting last, so when the enemies break and start running away, you're also shooting them in the back. This extended range just gives you more chances to shoot people, as well as that you're usually shooting further, which means you're shooting through more people, which gives you more chance to accidentally hit targets along the way, or get your bullets intercepted. That extended range just results in more kills. Charge capacitors on charge rifles, I didn't realize just how stupendously overpowered they are. Damage multiplier of 35%, increased armor penetration. Combine that with the range, and I think this is why they jumped up so high. It's just that increased damage, insanely good. In fact, if we look at Ancient Gaminer here, their Anita's answer has hollow point rounds for increased damage, and they also have extended barrel for the increased range. That 45 damage means if they chest shot someone, they will completely take out a torso in 1 bullet. They will just, like, whatever they hit, they destroy it on a human. And when it comes to robots, there's a lot of one-shot kills going on with them. It's kind of crazy. Glue Monkey here did pretty good as well. They're in at 8.9 years, and they're almost as good as Uberkitten. And if we check out Glue Monkey's weapon, the Hard Punch Juggernaut. They've got themselves some high-powered rounds for a damage multiplier, increased armor penetration. Unfortunately, it does reduce their accuracy by 10%, which it doesn't seem to have made as huge a difference as you would have thought. That damage increase seems to have actually counteracted it quite a bit. So high-powered rounds actually would appear to be quite a decent trade-off. Now, I'm not sure, they don't have any range increase here, but I'm definitely seeing a trend with higher power rounds or higher damage rounds and longer ranges tending to win out. Accuracy increased weapons don't seem to make a big difference. Let's try Christazax over here. Christazax here has been around for 12 years, right? True, they're coming in at 4th position. That's nothing to sneeze at. But they've been around for 12 years. And we'll check out the rifle. They've got aim assistance. The aim assistance helped, but they had a lot longer to work up those kills. Quoll over here, 13 years. So they've got 2 extra years, yet still coming in behind, and they've got rapid fire and aim assistance. So I was really thinking the miniguns would be the way it was at, but no, it seems like that aim assistance doesn't quite work as well for them. Also, as well as that, this is a legendary minigun, and this is a masterwork charge rifle. Also, there may be differences in when they each got their weapon. They might have been around for certain amounts of time. Like, there's a lot of things that go into this, but... Oh, okay, high-capacity anvil also did great work. High-powered rounds and extended magazine. This just means way more damage downrange. In fact, if I was looking for something, high-powered rounds and extended magazine and extended barrel would be probably 3 of the things I'd look for on ballistic weaponry. If it was charge rifles, I would be looking for charge capacitors, extended barrel, and then probably, not rapid fire, the one that the extended magazine for the extra burst shots. I think that would probably be your best bet. Timbronia and External here came down, well, pretty low in terms of kills. You'd think they'd be up higher, but tactical sight and a custom grip just increased accuracy, did not increase damage, did not increase the amount of bursts going down range. Timbronia got the Grave 6 barrel, and they got this pretty late. It's got tox rounds and aim assistance, so they did not get creme de la creme's weapons. Also goes to show, aim assistance is not that good. You would think aim assistance would provide you with more accuracy, but even with guns that can benefit from that accuracy, as in ones with low hit potential, doesn't seem to help as much as just getting more damage. However, Timbronia and External have been working the crafting benches this entire time. Every single piece of armor, every single piece of clothing everyone is wearing were produced by both of them. They are production specialists, and they have produced pretty much everything. Cannot fault them for any of their hard work. Also, we've got, don't mention the bats, Scald and Expendable. Now, Expendable, oh god, you know what, we'll come back to them. Scald, they got introduced late, namely because they had transmute steel. Their ability was the only reason we hired them. We pretty much knocked out all the science, we didn't need the intellectual, so their intellectual skill was used on scanners. Don't mention the bats, they've been around for a while, but it was like they were got for their medical and mining. Mining primarily, with medical, we were a little bit short on both of those, but they definitely filled in the gear. Legendary minigun is an extended magazine. Scald only got their hands on, was it tactical sight, custom grip, extended barrel. Actually, Scald then, let's see. Scald for their time got 2. Okay, actually, compared to someone with 13 years, which is Timbronia, they still got 211 kills. Holy Jesus. Right, one thing to note though, the last 52 days, most of it was spent on this platform, which is why their kills have increased so dramatically. Anyone who'd only been around for the last 30 days is going to have a massive kill streak on them. Well, except for Prey, they were hired after this all ended. Oh, and what I can do here is I can overlay things in a second. But first, Expendable. The one bone I didn't want to keep because they were a slow learner, and then no one would let me fire them. Ugh, slow learner is just the worst. It basically reduces their ability to learn anything so slow that they're almost useless for everything. Like a minus 75% global learning factor is just so horrendously bad that anything you put them on, everyone else would learn 75% faster. So they're always going to just be so bad. However, chucking in a learning assistant for plus 20% global learning factor and gene splicing on quick study, which costs 3 metabolic efficiency, I'll point out, they eventually got to the point where they now have a regular 95% global learning factor. Assuming, everything else remains normal, which means they're 95% as good as a regular pawn, so long as you leave them those 2 things, which is okay, I suppose. It'll never make them amazing. If you put the same thing into a normal pawn, they would be an incredible learning machine and good at everything. On Expendable, it just made them okay. However, still managed to max out their shooting, and their intellectual was not too bad at the end. We put them onto running the scanners as well to find plasteel and stuff like that. And as Expendable did, they did respectable. I mean, they were here for 12 years, and they did a respectable amount of kills. They did okay. Now, and then we've got the Huns. Ruler of the Huns is actually the weakest of all of them, despite being the ruler, namely because they're not void touched. The only reason we got in these others is because of the Luciferium addiction we'd kind of got on all of our clone sister Vexes. Yeah, oopsie on that one. But we chucked these in to just cut down on Luciferium requirements and all the prisoner stuff, and they helped out at the end. Plus, they were the ones that went around and knocked out all of the Cerebek's core things. They're basically expendable pawns you can throw around the place and not worry about. Putting Death Rest on them was a terrible idea. That just kind of came with the gene pack, though. But giving them the Deathless gene means if they die, they will just sit there on the ground for 7 days until you can use them again. Whereas if you just let them die normally without Deathless, you can either, well, revive them with Death Refusal, or you can use... Damn it, I don't have the drug platform available. But yeah, basically you can make a sauce that will get them up and about in about 12 hours or 24 hours or something like that. Maybe 30, maybe a day and a half tops. You don't have to wait around 7 days for them to recover, making them much better. Kills-wise, well, Ruler of the Huns comes in at 293. Or sorry, Hunvex comes in at 293. Hun's sister comes in at 292. Wait, what? So they're literally 1 kill off each other. Hunter, how are you doing? 262. Lagging behind, I tell you. Just lagging behind. And then comes Ruler of the Huns with 1,034 kills. 47 were humans, 385 animals, 117 mechanoids, and 427 entities. They killed a lot of entities. They face-tanked a lot of entities. Okay, so the Huns, like the ghouls, amazingly useful. We only went with one for most of the colony, but realistically, you should have like 4 or 5 of those. They're just amazing. Just so incredible. However, thematically, how is this about to end? Timbronia and Quoll, original colonists, along with Michael. And Timbronia and Quoll, exes, of course, Timbronia and Michael, exes, and Quoll was their son. And the whole theory was that Timbronia was annoyed at Michael for getting them in so much trouble with the mechanoids that were constantly chasing them across the entire planet for the rest of their lives after they made that initial oopsie. So Timbronia wanted to keep Quoll alive. That meant separating them out from Michael, which is where the man cave came in, but also she needed someone to protect the colony and do what was necessary, which is why Sister Vex, she sort of engineered them in the background, so to speak. They immediately got on Luciferium, they immediately got turned into a Sangophage vampire, and they were set to clearing out everything. They were turned into an absolute badass, immediately leveled up with the Empire. That's how they ended up with all of these Psycast abilities, and they were turned into a godlike murder machine whose only purpose in life was to protect the colony, and by extension, Quoll and Timbronia. And I think of all the monsters that have ever been made in this game, this one's one of the best. 4 death refusals, void touched, psychically bonded, Luciferiumed up to the gills, glucozoid rush, psychofluid rush. Yeah, they're pretty insane. And 698 neural heat, combined with a legendary Persona Zeus hammer that's kill focused, meaning they regain all of their psi focus every time they kill something, and they usually kill most things in 1 or 2 hits, making them an absolute godlike murder machine. Which is, that's where it comes to picking your OG member of the team. It's really a tough choice between Sister Vex and Kugarian. Sister Vex is by far the most dangerous, powerful pawn there ever was. However, from the start, they were tough, psychically hypersensitive, and kind as well. They're, they came just out of the box as a great pawn. Just amazingly good, and were engineered from the beginning to be a badass. Kugarian was a blind monk. They showed up and they had no eyeballs. I remember when we gave them their first minigun. I just thought that was hilarious. A blind monk with a minigun. It just seemed perfect. Or did we give them 1 eye by that point? They've actually had to have both of their eyes given to them. They've also been turned into a Grammatlantaric shooting specialist. And throughout the entire thing, they have killed more than every other pawn. Like they've killed more than several of the bottom pawns combined. That's just how much they've killed. And actually, they were recruited very early. They're around the same time as Sister Vex. So despite their years together on the team, Kugarian still came ahead on kills. But Sister Vex has clutched more instances. Like, they're more the lawnmower that takes care of the grass, whereas Sister Vex is the trimmer. They make sure all the edges are nice and neat and everything holds together nicely. I think both of them are equally essential, so I got to give it to both of them at the same time for being the OGs of this, or just the best. They really are MVPs combined, just for slightly different reasons. Sister Vex for just taking care of business in those clutch moments, and Kugarian just for mowing down fields of enemies. This is where we got to kind of go with compare. I've got the numbers here from before they landed and the numbers after. So when they landed on this tile, before they released all the Flesh Mass Hearts, here's a screenshot of the kills for everyone. And you will notice that in their time here, Kugarian killed 760-ish enemies? 760, which is absolutely nuts. During that same time frame, Sister Vex killed a paltry 160 or 70 or so. However, Ancient Gaminer here, they went from, I want to say, 613 to 1,047. Like, so they killed over 400 enemies in their time here. Not quite as much of a lawnmower as Kugarian, but still, that's a hell of a jump. Now, what I thought would happen would be Kugarian would have the most kills because they're mowing down lots of those milters. So just like they'd be shooting through targets and the milters would get mowed down as well. And Ancient Gaminer would come out ahead on human kills. But Ancient Gaminer killed 98 and Kugarian killed 112. So Kugarian still came out ahead on killing humans. Much tighter race, of course. So it does appear that the minigun is better at killing humans and bots. Unless, of course, the bots or the humans are heavily armored. Everyone up here is usually carrying around in those spacesuits, so maybe heavily armored foes like the Empire might be better serviced by a sniper rifle. I would be curious to actually run a bunch of these sniper rifles in the future on a team, just to see if they really do live up to the hype. 2 legendary sniper rifles, even if they're not custom, might be just the ticket. Okay, but the plan. I'm going to do one last episode in the background. Might take me a little bit of time, but what I want to do is basically come up with an end game for everyone. They've done their duty. They've taken out the mech hive, so now they can retire. But they're not going to retire to the man cave. They've finally got, like, Timbroni finally got rid of Michael underground, so she wants to get as far away from him as possible. So I figure Timbroni's going to set up a space base. Now, mechanoids disappeared, so there's no more mechanoids anymore, meaning the only thing that can attack you in space is the space pirates, who only bring low shields. They don't bring doomsdays or triple rockets or anything like that. So I'm thinking she's going to set up on a space platform somewhere far enough away from Michael that you won't have to look at his ugly face anytime soon. Also, Michael seems to be doing okay. Him and his new missus. Yeah, he's a misogynist, she's a misandrist, and I think they will work out just perfectly together. I'm waiting for their marriage to happen. That would be wonderful to get rid of them. Also, we do have a ship engine here. We might send some people away, so I feel like it'd be too mean to send Michael and his crew away on the ship, because the ship engine's activated. We can just move this ship out of the way and then build a little ship onto the engine. We don't need to do any other activations. Who should we send out? You know what? We can worry about that later. But in the background, Timbroni and her little crew are going to make themselves the perfect little mechanical paradise, run entirely with mechanoids. We're going to get a whole bunch of droids to actually run the place. So we'll have them cooking, cleaning, hauling, all that stuff, and maybe even farming. Their only purpose of everyone else will be just to live out a nice, blissful, calm retirement with the occasional murderage of pirates that show up to raid them that they will completely mow down. There's plans on that front. Anyway, this was the end of the Odyssey DLC. I quite liked it. Like, all the DLCs that I've seen so far, my favorites are a bit bizarre. I actually like the royalty one the most out of all of them. I know that's a very hot take for a lot of people, but just the Zeus hammers and all the stuff it introduced in the sidecast, they changed the playstyle so much that I can't imagine playing the game without it anymore. I could live without the religion. I could live without the anomaly stuff. I could live without I could live without most of the stuff, but I couldn't live without the sidecasts anymore. They're just too damn good. Even the genetics I could probably live without. But the new Odyssey stuff, like the ability to hop around in a ship and just go from tile to tile, I'm not sure I could live without that either. Those two are have to be mandatory in any playthrough. Just that ability to fly. Or even the shuttle for all of the trading. Just the flexibility this gives you is amazing. Not on the combat front-wise, but just on the flying around the place. Oh, and we lost both our fuel efficiency things. There was a fuel efficiency thing here, and there was a fuel efficiency thing here, and both of them have now been destroyed in all of the drops. Would I do this again, and the Flesh Mass Heart wall? Yeah, totally worth it. Covering the entirety of space in Flesh Mass Hearts, I would heavily recommend it. It will go badly for you if you remove the threat cap, but if you don't remove the threat cap, it'll probably be fine. Probably. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. There will be one last episode on Rimworld, I swear. Just to I want to give them the retirement, okay? I feel like they'd have deserved it after all of this. First it'll be the whole cleaning up of all the map to make it nice and, they're going to need a lot of resources for the base they want to build. So I say we take it from all of the corpses of the people we've killed. That seems very efficient. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.